You know, sometimes when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And I'm feeling it. We're doing really well so far, so I'm sure that means that we're going to run into a series of bad beats, but until that happens, we're just going to soldier forward and keep playing the historic best of three. Sure, no one drop, but this curve is wicked. Stitcher Supplier. Love your swamps. Can we get a little bit more info? Okay, so this is right. Oh, okay. So this is Rakdos Aristocrats with Stitcher Supplier, which mills for kill those two. I could see it. I don't think I would do it, but that doesn't mean that opponent wouldn't do it. Mostly because I don't think Wily Goblin's a very good target. But if you have a 2-mana play in your hand, it can be worth it to make sure you use the mana. Opponent's thinking about it. Opponent decides, no thanks. Yeah. So if we Warchief, they could steal something and double activate. If I Matron, I can kind of set myself up. Let's run out the weaker goblin here. We're gonna put some chips in our combo plan because we have the lands in hand. And since we're not staring down the barrel of a Kroxa, I mean, this is going to tear our fair game plan apart. I did not go very wide. No thanks. It's a trap. Probably should pull the trigger. They're missing red mana. I wonder how much of this is stranded red mana. Can't think of a reason why to pick one over the other. Ooh, that is sufficiently scary. So if we Warchief, we can't do anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to let the Obliterator through. We're going to hope that they don't play extra creatures, so that way we can Muxus next turn. I think playing the Warchief here has pretty low negativity, because we have the Matron there to sort of shield it against the sack. Like, they could sack now, but I'm just going to throw the Matron away. And then we're one piece closer to completing the Muxus. They see it, so they know it's coming. So they need sack both those creatures, Agonizing Remorse, rip Muxus out. Obliterator, Rakdos, sacrifice. I feel like you have to... some of the red you have to pull apart to make sure you can hit quad black, would be my gut feel. I mean, I haven't done the math. Wow. I guess 3 black mana. I'm at 6, so we're not enough devotion for. Go for it. And we drew a Skirk Prospector. Okay, we're in a commanding position here. Muxus gets a bunch of stuff, including another So a little unfortunate. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, they're tapped out. Yeah. Got a little paranoid there at the end. Yeah, I have not that I've played a whole lot, but Obliterator seems too spicy. Maybe that's the most positive way to say it. I don't think I want any of these cards. I think I just want to hit, click, submit. Yeah, that's interesting. I think that early game playing the Matron ahead of the Chief was important to protect the Chief. So that way we had the haste component, because we didn't. I need to check the tape, but I don't think I pulled a haste lord. So playing it ended up letting the Krenko activate, and then good to go. Yeah, Skirk Prospector, haste lord, Muxus. Not necessarily in that order. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 4. If we, assuming we draw a land. Conspicuous Snoop can also help us gum up the board, so that way if they have Priest, it's not so deadly. Another Krenko, not what we want to see. Basically a dead draw. If Magic were a numbers game, and every time you drew a card you were adding to your potential, drawing a double legendary card is basically a 0. But we did draw the land. I want to Wily Goblin. I don't want to play Snoop. Let's just swing in for 1. So next turn is Krenko, eat a removal spell, and then the turn after that is Krenko again. Try and make it stick. We have our Grandee elements here. Krenko is pretty aggressive, but I feel like you need to pair this with the +1/+1 Goblin Lord. Opponent's got some removals, thinking about whether to pull the trigger on that, like an eliminate. And they're just eyeballing everything. Sure. Not actually the direction we're going in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We're okay if this eats a red cap too. I should attack first. They're tapped out. Doesn't really matter, but what does next turn look like? I think there's... Oh, rats. Conspicuous Snoop being 2 red. Okay. Let's get aggressive. Yeah, if they had flash instant speed removal, they would have fired that off against a Krenko. Taking 4 to draw a card. Some desperation. There's blood in the water. What you got, opponent? Phyrexian Obliterator isn't that even that big of a deal now. Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. That's not the game of Magic you want to play. Well, there you have it. We didn't get a chance to see Obliterator's true power in there, and the opponent kind of missed on their draw. Probably should have kept a better hand. I mean, it's kind of obvious what the Muxus Goblins deck is trying to do, and that's certainly something that I have to battle with in my own mind in terms of like, but I have spells. I just want to play. No, all of your hands can range from good to bad, and then your 6-card there's another section down here with your six card hands, and there's a big portion of the 6-card hands that are better than the 7-card hand you have, or worse. So you've got to mulligan. You've got to make sure you've got at least a functioning plan. I'm Robbie Wong. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.